Hello.
Mr. Okala. How are you
Uh,
doing?
how- I'm fine, my brother.
Nice, nice. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah.
my brother.
So I really appreciate you joining on. Just for everyone that's gonna watch this video, I want to really inform them of like the body of work that you've done in the football game, especially for Nigeria, because you're obviously one of the greatest footballers ever to play for Nigeria. So I'm gonna list
Thank
some
you
of
very much for the compliments.
No problem. I'm gonna list some accomplishments that you've had and just go over. So, 1978 African Footballer of the Year, the first goalkeeper ever
Yeah,
to win that award. Your
yeah,
team, the Rangers, won the Nigerian Premier League 5 times in your career. You won the FA
yeah.
Cup 4 times in a row from 1974 to 1977, and you were nicknamed
Mhm.
meaning tree in Yoruba, which is for your big stature around like 6'6", 6'7". So, and you were
Yeah,
also the 1980 AFCON champion. So, and
yeah.
many people think that you're the greatest. I also think so, but many people think that you're the greatest Nigerian keeper of all time. So,
Thank you.
my first question is really like how did you get into the game of football?
Well, I started keeping permanently when I was in school, secondary school, the year 1965, before the Civil War.
Mm.
I started keeping, but in the village when I was growing up, we used to play village matches. We call it Ogbe match. At times I keep for my village at the goal post. But I started keeping in the from the secondary school when we were training our junior team, the Coast team. We call it Coast team in the secondary school those days. I don't know whether it still exists. We were training. One of our goalkeepers was not doing very well. So against master, asked us can any other person, manage the goal. I say I can. He said go there. After that training of that day, he said my position remains at the goal. That was why I started. We are schooled.
Wow, that's great. So it's been since like the village days then, right?
School, secondary school.
Secondary school.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Umuaulu, Oka area, Umuaulu.
okay, okay. That's really cool. And then so you did it during secondary school, and then like how did you start playing professionally?
It was immediately after the war.
Okay.
We were playing regional football after that, by that time, 1970. And I'm from Onitsha town in Anambra State.
Anambra.
So
Okay.
I joined a team in Onitsha called Onitsha Red Devils.
Mm.
It's from there that I started keeping for Onitsha Red Devils. And on that 1970, there's a team in Enugu Black Rocks qualified to represent. We were answering East Central State that time to represent East Central State. They were on playing tours around the other towns, Onitsha, Aba, Okigwe, Umuahia. So when they came to Onitsha, I saved Godwin Achebe's penalty. Godwin Achebe he was captain of the Enugu Black Rocks that time and captain of Nigerian Green Eagles. I
Wow.
saved his penalty. Then the coach, Dan Anyam, who was incidentally the coach for East Central State, invited me to Enugu for camping. Then we started playing regional football. Kaduna State, Bendel State, we were traveling like that. That was how I came up to Enugu. And later on, I joined Rangers International of Enugu on that 1970.
Dang. So it was really that one penalty that really boosted your career then.
Yeah, because he was a big time footballer before the war and he was still playing. Captain before the war, Godwin Achebe. They made him captain when we returned from the war.
And then during the Nigerian Civil War, like did you guys like stop playing football entirely? Or what did you do during that time?
No, the football was stopped entirely, but towards the tail end of the war, the founder of Rangers Jerry Enyazu, director of sports, East Central State. He was in a Nigerian Biafran Army wing. They call the Rangers. They call them Rangers. They were forming a new team, a team for Biafra. Incidentally, the war ended. They couldn't, take off with the team. So when we came back to Nigeria, we started with the team, forming team again for Rangers.
That's really insane to grasp. Like coming from like just regular playing football and then going to a whole war and then coming back in and playing. Like it takes a different level of focus to really play at your best. So that's really
We
cool.
have no choice. We have no choice. We have
Exactly.
no choice. Yeah.
No
Mm,
choice. You just have to keep going. So
exactly.
out of all the teams that you could have played for, like why did you choose the Enugu Rangers in 1971?
I chose Enugu Rangers because it was the reigning team in East Central State that time.
Okay. That's really good. And then how would you describe your career from on the Enugu Rangers?
Oh, very fantastic by the special grace of God. Rangers made me what I am today. I rose from, the day I joined them till I retired. It was progresses upon progresses, winning of matches upon winning of matches, winning of trophies upon winning of trophies. It made me great. I'm still enjoying all my efforts in Rangers till today.
That's really cool. Well, what would you say like your best game was for the Enugu Rangers? 'Cause I've seen a couple highlights and I was like, yeah, that like you had some crazy saves. So what would you say like your best or favorite game was?
There are a lot of big favorite games during my career. I cannot pinpoint one, although they differ in level, but the great ones were many. So I can't say this is my best or this is my best outing or so.
Yeah, that is very true. And then how was it like for the playing for the Enugu Rangers? Like how far did you guys travel? Was it mostly like in Anambra State or where or in
Ah, we made waves around Africa. There's no African country we never visited playing.
oh,
Competition. Like in
oh,
1977, we won the African Cup of Champions.
okay.
My Enugu Rangers won it. Like in Nigeria, won so many trophies. That's one you didn't miss. In 1971, February 1971, we won our first trophy in the country. They call it Amakri Cup. Amakri Cup. That will qualify you to represent Nigeria in the African Championship clubs. We won the Amakri Cup in 1971, and I was the goalkeeper.
No, wow. Wow. Okay. So do you think that in your time that the Enugu Rangers were like the best club in Africa?
We were.
Mm, dang, that's really cool.
It was a household name in the whole of Africa.
Okay. Mm, That's that's really cool. And then like for so now you're like the top keeper for the Enugu Rangers. Like how did that transition to like your national team career for Nigeria? How did you get selected for that team?
It was during from my performances in the Enugu Rangers that I was called to national team in 1972. And I was the goalkeeper that kept the goal to open the Surulere National Stadium in 1972 before the second All Africa Games, which I was the goalkeeper too.
Ah,
We
okay.
won the gold medal in the second All Africa Games.
Yes. That's the videos I was looking at that you won the gold and you had some crazy saves on like some one-on-one saves, but I was like, wow. And then one thing I noticed is that you threw right-handed, but then you kicked left-footed. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So how did that start?
And it was nature. I didn't know how it started. I grew up to see it. I
Oh,
never kicked with my right leg because I don't know how to use it to kick.
wow. That's really cool because my brother is he's the same thing but flipped. Like he throws left-handed and then he kicks right-footed. So that's
Okay.
very interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool. So then, yeah, and like in 1973, you guys won the All Africa Games. You guys won gold. How was that experience
Gold
for you?
medal. Oh, it was big time, big time. We really enjoyed ourselves because we played very hard to win it.
Yeah, yeah, that's that's really cool. And then also, I was watching some of your highlights, and then I was just looking at some of your best games. A lot of people think that like your 1977 World Cup qualifier versus Tunisia is like your best game
Yeah.
that you've ever played.
You mean the Lagos one or Tunis one?
I think it was a Lagos one.
Oh, the one that Odi scored an own goal against us.
Yeah, yeah, it was that one.
Mm. We were very great that time. We had a very strong team.
So a lot of people think that you're like the best national team, best goalkeeper of in Nigerian history. But and I know you were very, very secure in the Enugu Rangers. But did you ever think about like going to Europe at the time and being a footballer there?
I wasn't thinking about that at all. It's Rangers or nothing. It was Rangers or nothing.
Ah, that's interesting. I really like the loyalty. Did you get any offers or anything to, play for like, I don't know, Barcelona or Real Madrid or anything?
No, no, no. But what the experience, little experience we had about during the Montreal Olympics in Canada, 76. So many scouts were, calling us on the phone, especially me, that they will see me after the game. They will look at the center, this and that, that I should come out and meet them. So one of our coaches, Dan Anyam, that time said I won't go anywhere. Even if I'm going to meet them, he will go with me.
Oh wow. So that really shows your loyalty because a lot of people they would go to these big clubs and then you'll never hear from them again. But you really stayed loyal
Exactly.
to Niger. So that's
Unfortunately, Africa withdrew from the games 2 days to the kickoff of the game. So that was why I lost contact with all of them. All the
oh
scouts have been worrying me.
okay, okay. That makes sense. And then speaking of the 1976, like the Olympics, Nigeria, you guys boycotted it, correct?
Ubreak,
You guys boycotted the 1976 Olympics, correct?
the whole of Africa, not only Nigeria, because of
Yes.
apartheid.
Yes, yes, because
Mm.
of apartheid. How did that
Mm.
decision take place? Were you in favor of that position or how?
We are no choice. We are no choice. We are just players. We have officials. Then
Hmm.
the officials, when the African nation took the decision, Nigeria joined. Then our officials joined, and we joined.
Right, right. That
Not
makes
only
sense.
not only Nigeria leaving the games village, the whole of African country
Yeah,
left the village the same day.
that is true. And then also I really like how like professional athletes in general, how you guys live. So like what was like the daily life of Emmanuel Kocha, like Emmanuel Okala, like when you were like during your time of playing?
Normal lifetime. You have your training preparation for the match. On the match day, depending on the coach, must in the morning you can go for light warming up, then eat, take breakfast, then take early lunch on that match day, and be ready for the match because you trained very well and prepared for the match.
What was your favorite meal before the match?
Mostly it's very like rice, salad, little
Uh,
quantity, so that you'll be light.
right, right. What rice? Was there a specific rice that you liked?
White rice or jollof, anytime.
Oh, okay, that's really cool. And then so in 1980, you won the you were
All
an
Africa
African.
Games gold medal. All Africa Games gold medal.
Yes, you in 1980 you won the All
Was
African.
Nigeria who said it. Second All Africa Games.
Yes, yes. And then you guys were also AFCON champions as well, the first time ever. So how was that like the experience in Nigeria?
It was a great honor. People were happy because Nigeria is a football-loving country. We don't joke with football up to today.
Yeah,
Nigerians love football very, very well.
that's very true. Yes. And then, but many people think that like at your height of career, at the height of your career, that's when you retired. Like right after the AFCON, you retired. So, what was your
No,
like your
I
thought process
retired
on that?
after 1980 Cup of Nations. I retired after 1980 Cup of Nations in 1981.
Yes.
After 1980 Nations Cup in Nigeria was when I retired.
Yes.
After the Second Africa, I played till 1980. Then after we won the Nations Cup, I retired.
Why did you decide to retire? Because many people thought you still had a lot more years left.
Many people would say that I'm old, so I said, let me give them a chance to continue.
Ah, okay. That
I
makes sense.
retired from the national team 1980, but retired from Rangers 1981 after winning the Challenge Cup of 1981 because the then governor of East Central State, His Excellency Dr. Jimmy Ifeanyi asked me not to quit yet until we win a cup for him.
Okay, so you wanted to win one more cup for him and then call it done.
Exactly, and I retired.
So like when in especially in like the 70s, especially for Nigeria, like football wasn't like there was many people who didn't support like football as like a true profession. So like when you told your parents that you wanted to play football professionally, like how were their attitudes towards that?
They were not happy with me. They wanted me to go and read and get degree for them. But
Mm.
now I have no regrets playing football because it made me whatever I am today.
So how did you convince your parents?
I started staying away from them because we live at Onitsha. So when I leave Onitsha, they were all coming after me until I started making waves. Then they started, coming close to me. They all love what I did because I
Uh,
brought out the family name.
that makes sense. You really like you kind of let like your game do the talking, and then it really brought the family name, and then really improved your
Exactly,
legacy.
exactly.
Nice. That's good. And then, do you watch any football today?
I do watch EPL when they are playing Nigerian only on the television. I'm there. I enjoy watching too.
Mm. Other than the Enugu Rangers, like, do you have a favorite team?
Yeah, a lot of things. I love a lot of things in Nigeria. When we were playing, like the 3SC, IICC, then 3SC, then IICC now, ACB, Stars, a lot of things. Raka Rovers, Kanu Pillars. I'm in love with many teams because
Okay.
we have friends. We make a lot of friends when we stay at the national team. So we started building interest in their teams.
And then
And they
also
have
with
a lot of good friends there.
they have a lot of
Friends in those teams, good friends.
oh, okay, that's really good. And then for Nigerian football today, like how do you see it? Because many believe that we should be, like the giants of Africa, we should be number one. But right now we might not even make the World Cup for 2026.
Exactly, they believe we are the giants of the Africa, but which we are not. Our problems start from the coaches they employ. I don't know how they get them to employ them. I don't know. And the boys, when they come here, they try to protect their legs for them not to be out of their club side where they earn the big money. During our own time, we were committed. I don't know, but God was leading us, so it's not by our powers. God was really leading us, taking good care of us. They don't come all out to play and win. If they really mean business, we are going to qualify.
That is very true. Hopefully I feel like if we can turn it around, but it just really starts with like very committed players, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, yes.
and then my last question is that like how was like your interactions like with the fans like when you were younger? Because for example, like there's a lot of people that used to write to you as a kid and like used to, answer them and even go to their house, especially like my uncle as well, like used to you like he wrote to you when you were younger and then you went to his house and stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate that. That's really, really cool.
Oh, you mean Kenneth?
Yes, yes.
I knew Kenneth he was much, much, very small boy. And look at us still relating up to today. Even I know his parents.
Ah.
So he's not 18. Our relationship is not 18 of today. So and I'll try and keep it up because he's a nice young man. He has been to my house at Onitsha. Surprise visit. I went to the village visiting. He said, Uncle, where are you? I said, I'm from Onitsha. Where is your place? I said, under 2 hours there. He was with two of his friends in my house at Onitsha. It was a big shocker to me.
Wow. And
So
how
it's
did
my
that
very
relationship
Hmm?
start?
From he was either a scout, boy scout during the all first tag or so. I met him, introduced himself to me. We exchanged address. So we went to Ife for camping. So I remember I brought out my jota. I remember this boy says they live in Ife University. One of my townsmen who was studying at Ife University carried me to the place. Very late in the night, we knocked. It took them time to open the door. They opened the door, saw me. I said, "Who are you?" The parents said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Emmanuel Okala. I'm looking for Kenneth. I hope this is their house." Then Kenneth came out, hugged me. So they took me to a club that night, that late night. Went there and enjoyed myself with the parents. That was where we cemented the relationship, and it's still on today.
Wow. That's really cool. And that's really the only reason why I'm having this interview right now. So that's really, really
Thank
cool.
you. Then I have a lot of friends, so like Christian Chuku that passed on, who buried him 2 weeks ago. He's my very good friend. Shegu
Mm,
Odegbami of 3SC IICC. Very close friends too. So I don't joke with these two people, but Christian has passed on. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen.
amen.
So that
Amen.
is my life now.
And you're still impacting so many people, including myself. So I
Thank
really,
you.
no problem. Well,
Thank you.
I appreciate you for joining this interview today. I learned so much just about Nigeria and then just about your career as well. It's very motivating for me as well, and I really hope to like pass it on as well. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Yo, I need some brain like Bay, let me see how you thinking. Me, I was sat there broke like you, seeing the clock just ticking. I'm kinda bitch, I be on